All right, thanks, guys. The Senators take on the Panthers, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Florida. The Panthers are the $2 favorite, totaled 6.5. We saw a 15-cent fade of Florida. No movement on the total as of yet. But the Panthers did open 215 down to minus 200. Total open 6.5 and remains at that same total. 69% of the consensus are leaning toward Florida, 60% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Senators are plus $1.70 on the money line. Florida plus $1.25 on the puck line. We have Bobrovsky for the Panthers, Nilsson for the Senators. Nilsson comes into this game with a 3.02 goals against. Meanwhile, Sergei Bobrovsky on the other side, 11-9-1 on the year, 900 save percentage. The Panthers rank in the top 5 in scoring, top 10 in offensive shots. Brett Connolly has 14 goals on the year, 8 assists, 22 points. He's plus 10. Jonathan Huberdeau, 11 goals on the year, 26 assists, 37 total points. He's plus 5. And Dadonov and Hoffman all have 12 goals apiece. Now, Ottawa on the other side, losers in 7 out of their last 10 straight up. They're also 5-12-2 on the road this year, really struggling when traveling. They rank in the bottom 5 in road scoring, bottom 5 in road goals allowed. Now, Ottawa, 6 out of their last 8, did get over the number. Meanwhile, Florida, 12-6 to the over at home, depending on where you were shopping at. I'm going to lean Florida Panthers minus 1.5 in the over 6.5 goals in that game. Next matchup, Predators taking on the Rangers, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop at Madison Square Garden. The Preds are the $1.30 favorite on the road, totals at 6. We saw a nickel fade of Nashville in the early wagering. The Preds open $1.35 down to minus 130. Totals at 6 goals. 55% are leaning Nashville, 51% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Rangers are plus $1.10 on the money line. Nashville plus $1.80, laying the goal and a half. We have Saros for the Preds, Georgiev for the Rangers. Georgiev comes into this game with a 9-5-2 record, 269 goals against, and a 923 save percentage. Saros on the other side comes into this matchup with a 4-7 record, 304 goals against, and an 894 save percentage. The Rangers are 8-6-2 at MSG this year, 11-5 against the spread at home, and of course, when I refer to the spread in the NHL, I'm referring to the puck line. Art Panarin, 19 goals, 23 assists, 42 total points on the year. He's also plus 15 in the plus-minus category. Ryan Strome, 28 points on the season, 22 assists. He's plus 9. And Mika Zibanejad, 11 goals on the year, 10 assists, 21 points. The Rangers rank 11th in scoring, 7-3 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with Nashville, if you're into historical trends. And of course, the Rangers are 22-10 against the spread overall for the year. Very good covering team with regard to the puck line. Now, Nashville on the other side, losers in 4 out of their last 6. They rank in the bottom 5 in goals allowed. They're also 5-6-1 when traveling. Now, total-wise, 8 out of Nashville's last dozen games on the road did get over the number. I'm going to lean toward the home dog in this one. I like them catching plus money in this spot. Give me the Rangers plus $1.10 and the over 6 goals in that contest. Next matchup, Capitals, Blue Jackets, 7 o'clock Columbus. The Caps are the $1.60 favorite, total at 6. We saw a nickel move toward Washington in the early betting. The Caps open $1.55 up to minus 160. Totals at 6 goals. 69% are leaning Capitals, 61% shaded toward the over. Right now, Columbus is plus $1.40 on the money line. Washington plus $1.60, laying the goal and a half. We have Braden Holtby for the Caps, Joonas Korpisalo for the Blue Jackets. Now, Braden Holtby's 16-3 on the year, 280 goals against, 911 save percentage. Washington's been victorious in 8 out of their last 9 games. They're also a remarkable 15-2-1 on the road this year. They rank first in scoring, top 10 in goals allowed. Alex Ovechkin, 21 goals on the year, 21 goals on the year, 12 assists, 33 points. John Carlson, 45 points, 33 assists. He's plus 19. And Jake Verana, 15 goals on the year, 14 assists, 29 points. He is plus 9. This Washington team is 14-4 against the spread on the road. They rank first in road scoring. Meanwhile, Columbus on the other side, losers in 7 out of their last 9. They're also just 6-11 against the spread at home. They rank in the bottom 3 in scoring. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Columbus's last 3 did get over the number. Meanwhile, Washington 22-12 to the over for the season. I'm going to lean Capitals minus $1.60 in the over 6 goals in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Monday's NHL action, but before we dive into some more of that, just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do premium picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We went 5-3 yesterday in our premium picks on that website. We're also hitting at 64% in our last 11 daily double package plays on that site. So if you want more content, if you want more kind of focused, dialed-in picks versus me just throwing darts and picking every game on the board side in total, Patreon could be for you. And I'll tell you this much, my current record on Patreon is a lot better than it is handicapping every single game on YouTube. Link for that site is in the description section below. You can actually check out my current Patreon record for free. It's right on the homepage. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got the Avalanche taking on the Blues, 8 o'clock Eastern puck drop in St. Louis. The Blues are minus 120, totals 5.5. We saw a nickel move towards St. Louis and movement downward on the total. The Blues open $1.15 up to minus 120. Total open 6 down to 5.5. 51% are leaning Colorado, 63% shaded toward the over. Where now the Avalanche are catching even money on the money line. St. Louis plus 215, laying the goal and a half. We have Jordan Binnington for the Blues, Phil Grubauer for the Avalanche. Grubauer's 15-6-7 on the year. Is that? No, that's 15-6-1. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. 246 goals against, 919 save percentage. Colorado 8-1 straight up in their last 9. They're also 11-5-1 on the road. They rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 10 in goals allowed. Nate McKinnon, 20 goals on the year, 30 assists, 50 points. He's plus 8. Jonas Donskoy, 13 goals on the year, 14 assists, 27 points. And Andrei Burakovsky, 12 goals on the year, 11 assists, 23 points. This is a really compelling stat here. Colorado, 11-6 straight up as the underdog, catching plus money. Very good for their backers when they are catching plus money. They're 12-5 against the spread on the road as well. They rank in the top 5 in road scoring. Now St. Louis on the other side, losers in 3 out of their last 5. They've also failed to cover in 11 out of their 16 games at home. They're 20th in home scoring, bottom 10 in home offensive shots. Now, St. Louis, their last 4 straight games did get over the number, surprisingly. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Colorado, catching even money in the over 5.5 in that game. Of course, I'm going to slide to my next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Edmonton taking on the Stars, 8:30 Eastern puck drop in Dallas. The Stars are the $1.75 favorite at home, totals 5.5. We saw a 20-cent move toward Dallas in the early wagering. The Stars open $1.55 up to 175, totals 5.5. 65% are leaning Dallas, 66% shaded toward the over. Where now the Oilers are plus 160 on the money line. Dallas plus $1.50, laying the goal and a half. We have Ben Bishop for the Stars, Koskinen for the Oilers. Koskinen's 11-5-1 on the year, 274 goals against, 914 save percentage. Edmonton's 12-6 against the spread when traveling. They rank in the top 10 in defensive shots allowed. And Connor McDavid having a great year. 20 goals, 37 assists, 57 total points for McDavid. Leon Draisaitl, 20 goals on the year, 56 assists, 56 points for him. And James Neal, 22 points on the year, 15 goals for Jimmy Neal. Now, Dallas on the other side, they rank in the bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 10 in offensive shots. They have a pretty good record, but man, do they struggle to put the puck in the net. And conversely, of course, Dallas 24-10 to the under on the year, 14-4 to the under at home. Meanwhile, Edmonton 11-7 to the under when traveling. I'm going to lean Edmonton plus 1.5 and the under 5.5 in that game. All right, guys, I'm going to slide in my quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went 5-3 in our premium picks on that website yesterday. I like Edmonton plus 1.5, under 5.5. Colorado catching even money, over 5.5. Washington minus 160, over 6 goals. Florida minus 1.5, over 6.5. And last but certainly not least, I I like the Rangers plus $1.10 and the over 6 goals in that game. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for hockey over the past couple of days, so let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to Justin DeLeon, Irie Soul, Redamancy 1, Dirk Diggler, Joe Delatour, Ninji Chris, Chibaku Tensei, Irek, Martinez Tiskus, Mark Hall, Lane Eternal Master, San Fran Mission, Bucket Bro, Kiwi Inzi, Dave Marino, Overton Span, PMC05, Chris Profit, shout out to Leo, and last but certainly not least, shout out to Nick Soto. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon, where once again we do daily premium picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well, including my current record and daily polls that you can vote on. Once again, link for that site is in the description section below. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. But most importantly, guys, I do have to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/BrockPage.